Hello, my name is Ella, and I am a liberal arts major in my second year at BCC. To be completely forthright, the main reason I enrolled in this class was because it's a requirement for my degree. However, I really do think there's something interesting about the study of humanities, as a whole overarching subject. A lot of the time, people will ask me what I'm studying, and one of their first questions is always, what even are the humanities? And I find myself without having a really good answer. I know more or less what it encompasses, but I've never really gotten too deep into it. My focus has always been on the literary side of things. So I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to expand what I know in that way. I want to be confident in my own field of study. Also, I do think there's a lot of aspects of the humanities that are relevant to my lived I'm sorry, to my lived experiences that I haven't even really considered before. I've seen a lot of our early discussions are about the effects of colonialism. And like a lot of Massachusetts natives, I have Irish grandparents, great grandparents that would have never even come to America if not for the effects of colonialism in Ireland and their long lasting repercussions. So I'm hoping this class gives me a little insight to both understand the humanities as a whole and also understand myself and my background a little better. A little related to that, I have my significant item, which it doesn't really look like much. It's a napkin holder, but it is one of the several Polish pottery pieces that are laying around my house. My grandmother immigrated to the United States alongside her mother, her father, and her younger brother when she was a teenager. And her family was trying to get out of what was at the time Soviet controlled Poland after World War II. Um, and they couldn't really take any of their culture or their belongings with them. And when they arrived in America, they had to assimilate into the kind of Anglo-Saxon American society. So, conforming to those cultural norms, they couldn't really speak Polish, any of that, and they couldn't take much belongings with them. But my grandmother has built a collection over the last 50 years of Polish pottery, like such. Uh, and that's been alongside food, but I can't really show a kielbasa. That's been a lot of her way to keep her connection to her roots and her home. And when I moved into my apartment for the first time, she gave this to me as well as a few other pieces so that I could have that connection to Poland as well. And as that relates to the humanities, it's this little piece of culture that people are able to hang on to even after the effects of war and diaspora that kind of push people away from their culture, which I think is a big part of what the humanities talks about and what it is. It's an art and it's relevant to people's cultural identities because it's the art they've created. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the rest of the semester and, gaining that kind of understanding of humanities that's more than just the kind of tiny surface level I have right now. Thank you for listening and have a good night.